Hello dear students, welcome to Devika's Commerce and Management Academy. So today is the last class of valuation of shares. Yes, we have seen already two methods, asset backing method, how to value the shares. Second one was yield method. Hope you are perfect in both the methods. If you are perfect today, last method. So that is fair value method. Fair value method is very simple. Before going to the session, let me tell you all, please do check the playlist. You will find more subjects which are useful for your career. And don't forget to share these videos with other students, because with lot of time and energy I am preparing these videos to give the maximum benefits to the maximum students at the rate free of cost. Please do share. Now coming to the fair value method, there are some drawbacks of asset backing method and yield method. To overcome that, fair value method is nothing but the average of asset backing method and yield method. Still confused? See the formula. Fair value method. The formula is fair value of shares, calculation of shares as per the fair value method. Share value as per asset backing method plus share value as per yield basis method divided by 2. It means we must know how to calculate the share value as per the asset backing method and also as per the yield method. Both you are taking average. Both you are taking adding divided by 2 means it's average of both the methods. That's all, simple. That is why I am taking only one problem today, because you know how to calculate both the methods, asset backing method, yield method. We have done a lot of problems, enough. So this is the last problem of calculation of shares as per the fair value method. Now see, simple problem is given to you. Before going to the problem, please remember as per the asset backing method, net asset method, or you can say asset backing method. The formula is net assets divided by number of shares. Net assets divided by number of shares, so that you will get share value as per the asset backing method. This one is, last class only we have done yield method formulas. Okay. Now the problem is given us this much. Calculate company shares by fair value method. Fair value means both the methods you have to calculate. Average we are going to take. Now what is given to us? Balance sheet. Fixed assets, tangible assets. Intangible assets means only goodwill is given to us, current assets. On the liability side, share capital. Share capital is 80,000 equity shares, 10 rupees each. It means it is 8 lakh. Reserve fund, surplus, 5% debentures, creditors, provision for tax. Coming to the adjustments. At the end of the year, fixed assets valued 12 lakh. Fixed assets 10 lakh na? So they are valuing it as 12 lakh. Means when we calculate net assets, total net assets, we will be taking 12 lakh only. And goodwill also 75, actually it was 50. They have revalued at 75,000. Okay. So there is an adjustment, so that you can just put a tick mark. And net profits were 75, 80, 78, 87,000, of which 20% was placed to reserve. Same like previous problem. We will be calculating expected profit, right? Expected profit means you will take the average of all the profits and deduct this 20%, so that you will get expected profit. And the rate of return, normal rate of return is 10%. Right. Now what we have to do is two methods we have to calculate, as per the asset backing method and as per the yield method. First we will see as per the asset backing method. Asset backing method formula is here. Net assets by number of shares. What we need first? Net assets. Calculation of net assets is the first step. Step number 1, calculation of net assets. For this, we will take a table. Assets, first we will take all the assets. What we take first? Tangible assets. Actually it is 10 lakh, but they have revalued it as 12 lakh. So we will take 12 lakh. And in the same way, goodwill. Goodwill is 50, but they have revalued it as 75,000. So 75,000. And current assets as it is 4 lakh. Total, if we do it, 16 lakh 75,000. Minus, this is gross assets, okay? Total gross assets. Minus liabilities. What kind of liabilities will deduct? We never deduct equity shares, reserve, surplus. These are all inside of the organization only, not outside us. So, we will not touch share capital, reserve fund we don't touch, surplus also we don't touch. Now, what we are going to take is debentures, creditors and provision for tax, current liability this is. These three are outsiders liabilities. So, we are going to deduct only those assets, those liabilities. So, first one debentures. Debentures are 1 lakh and creditors 3 lakh and then provision for tax 1 lakh. If we deduct 5 lakh, we will be getting 11 lakh 75,000. So, this is net assets. Net assets, you got it. Okay, am I clear about this? Once if you get net assets, what is the problem to calculate the shares? It's very easy. We'll apply the formula, asset backing method. Value per share as per asset backing method or net asset method. First you have to write the formula, net assets divided by number of shares. Net assets you have to write, I am not writing because already it is written over there. So, net assets is 11,75,000 divided by number of shares. Number of shares are here 80,000 already given, okay. Number of shares are 80,000. If you calculate 11,75,000 divided by 80,000, 14.69. This is as per the asset backing method. First method is over. Next, yield method we have to calculate. For yield method, where should I work out? Same place. Do one thing, first take a screenshot or note down this one, then we'll go for the next method. Hope you have taken. Next, we'll see the next method. So, first we'll note down the answer here. So, as per the first method, the answer is 14.69. Okay. Now, we can rub it easily. Second method. Second method, what is important? First formula is, expected rate by normal rate into paid up shares as paid up value of each shares. First, what we need? Expected rate. For expected rate, we need expected profit. First step is calculation of expected profit. So, calculation of expected profit. How do you calculate expected profit? Average profit will take first. All the profits, 3 years profits. It is 75,000 plus 78,000 plus 87,000. $75, 78 plus 87,000, 2,40,000. we need average profit. Average profit. Average profit is equal to 2,40,000 divided by 3 years, na? So by 3. 8. Average profit is 80,000. Am I right? Divided by 3. It is 80,000. 80,000. Actually, it is expected profit, you can say, but there is an adjustment. What is that adjustment? Net profits were this much, of which 20% was placed to reserve. 20% you transfer it to the reserve, they are saying. Let us transfer. Let us deduct this. Minus 20% reserve. Means it is 80,000 into 20%. In 16,000. 16,000. If you deduct it, you will get 64,000. 64,000 is the expected profit. Once if you get expected profit, then go for the calculation. First, expected rate will calculate. So, expected rate is equal to expected profit, that is 64,000, divided by total paid up equity capital. Total paid up equity capital means total value, 8 lakh. Okay. $8 lakh into 100. Means it is 8. Expected rate is 8. Now, value of share as per yield method. What is the formula? Expected rate. Expected rate is here 8, you got it already. 8 divided by normal rate. Normal rate is here 10% by 10 into paid up share of each share. Each share value is here 10. Okay, into 10. It means it is 8 only. As per the yield method, it is 8. So, first method, as per the first method, asset backing method 14.69. Now, as per the second method, 8. Now, fair value method, average of these two. So, first we will write the formula, or you can write it fair value method. Value of share as per fair value. Value of share as per fair value. You know, as share value as per asset backing method, that is 14.69. 14.69 plus share value as per yield basis method. As per yield basis method, you got 8 plus 8 divided by 2, average, na? So, if you calculate 14.69 plus 8 divided by 2, it is 11.34. Hope it is clear. First take a screenshot, then I will give you recap once again. See, simple. If you understand asset backing method, yield method, average of these two is the fair value method. That's all, nothing to worry. Means in one problem, we are going to work out asset backing method, yield method. Method, you just remember. As per the first method, asset backing method, formula, net assets by number of shares. Net assets, how do you get? Assets minus liabilities. What kind of liabilities? Outsiders liabilities. So that you got the assets value, okay? And net assets you got, net assets divided by number of shares. Number of shares are here 80,000. So you got total as per the asset method 14.69. And second method, you know these formulas. First we have to calculate the expected profit. Expected profit means average profit we have taken here. Average profit, total profit is 24,000, average profit is 80,000. There is an adjustment of 20% reserve, 20% reserve we have deducted, so that you got, this is the expected profit. Once if you get the expected profit, expected rate we have to calculate first. Expected rate is this profit for 64,000 divided by total paid up equity share capital, that is 8 lakh. 8 lakh into 100. That's all you got. This is expected rate. Once if you get the rate, then value of shares. Expected rate 8 divided by normal rate, this is 10, into paid up value of each share. Each share is 10 rupees. So you got 8 as per the yield method. Now lastly, fair value method is first method plus second method divided by 2. That's all, simple. With this, valuation of shares is completed. Hope it is clear. Please refer the textbook, any prescribed textbook by your faculty members. See the illustrations, exercises, and don't forget to see the old question papers. Your confidence will increase a lot. You'll come to know this type of questions they are asking it. Practice it more times. Stay connected. I'll focus on more subjects as much as possible. So have a bright future. Don't forget to share these videos. Good luck.